Brain burst presence. 11 signs of a high-value woman. More and more people today are making the decision to live alone. In reality, there are now more single individuals in the world than at any other time in history. According to a 2017 Census Bureau report, 50.2% of Americans are single. There may be a number of reasons for this, but many women opt to prioritize their health, careers, and identities over finding a mate. In addition, they are happier as a result. In an Australian research, 76% of women reported being content with being single, compared to 67% of men. Only 10 years ago, women could only dream of the freedom, independence, and opportunities they enjoy today. And power follows that. The high-value woman steps in at this point. She is confident in herself, is aware of her goals, and isn't hesitant to work toward them. She is also aware that she is whole and complete without a man. But what really constitutes a high-value woman, and what characteristics characterize her? A high-value woman is, to put it simply, someone who is aware of her value and emanates an energy that transcends the physical. Although she is selective about who she lets into her life, her energy draws others to her like moths to a flame. A high-value woman is someone who recognizes her innate worth and can hold her own, regardless of what people say or do to her. She is also someone who is highly desired by men. Although she may not be the most lovely physically, she possesses something more worthwhile and enduring. She exudes a confidence that radiates unwavering self-love and self-esteem and celebrates her femininity and sexuality. Number 11. She is aware of her value. A high-value woman doesn't function from a position of fear or neediness, nor does she associate her value with her appearance, the quantity of attention she receives, or sex. She doesn't require a man's approval or the validation of anyone else. She also doesn't let other people's comments or ideas influence how she conducts her life. Regardless of what occurs to her, she is conscious of and grounded in her innate worth and value. She is aware that this does not, however, give her license to act too nicely or with an air of false entitlement toward others. She walks, talks, dresses, and most importantly, treats herself with high self-worth. Number 10. She respects and loves herself. A high-value woman enjoys her own company, is confident in her own skin, and is not intimidated by the high expectations she has for both herself and other people. She is not afraid to end a relationship if the other person does not love her in the same manner that she loves herself. She is aware that how much respect she accords herself and others will depend on one another. She passionately loves and respects herself as a result, and she won't accept anything less than what she believes she deserves. Number 9. She has compassion and kindness. A lady of high worth is aware of and appreciates the power of compassion. She is kind to everyone she meets, including her best buddy and the bus driver. Her warmth makes this clear. She is aware that true beauty stems from how one treats others, and as a result, beauty emanates from within her. She is present with everyone and shows gentle loving kindness to everyone around her because she understands the worth and interconnectedness of all living things. She is not stoic, cold-hearted, or too flirtatious. She is not scared to display her concern for others. Number 8. She is dedicated to her own growth and learning. A high-value lady passionately pursues personal development and makes every effort to improve herself. She is passionate about living fully and holds the idea of being well-rounded. She aspires to be stable on an intellectual, emotional, and spiritual level, and she isn't hesitant to ask for support from experts to reach this goal. She is committed to learning and is aware that she has a lot to learn. She does this by reading books, keeping up with current events, watching movies, listening to music, traveling, and consuming art. She makes an effort to increase her knowledge and pick up new skills every day because she believes that if she can remain open-minded and humble, everything and everyone has something to teach her. Number 7. She has empathy and self-awareness. A woman of high worth is conscious of the impact her actions, words, and behaviors have on other people. She communicates with others in a sensitive and sympathetic manner because she recognizes that it's not just what you say that matters, but also how you say it. She is emotionally intelligent and does not pass judgment on her thoughts or feelings. She is now able to help others in the same way. She really wants to relate to and comprehend others, support them when she sees they need it, and accept them for who they are without expecting or requiring them to change. Number 6. She has maturity as her foundation. A woman who values herself highly does not feel the need to trick or manipulate people in order to acquire what she wants. She thinks it is beneath her to delay responding to texts by a few days, claim to be overloaded, or play the field by enticing men. She won't act in ways that are inconsistent with her ideals or goals. She is aware that she doesn't need to adhere to dating norms in order to increase her attractiveness or make herself seem more unattainable. She already understands her uniqueness and doesn't feel the need to establish it. The high-value woman will also not use threats to get someone to stay. Instead, she will gracefully accept the other person's decision to end the relationship. Number 5. She doesn't hesitate to express her opinion. A high-value woman is aware that keeping her opinions to herself serves no one. Even though she is aware that not everyone will agree with her, she feels comfortable sharing her thoughts, feelings, and opinions with others. Because she understands that her needs are equally as essential as everyone else's, she doesn't hesitate to ask for what she wants. She also doesn't hesitate to express her boundaries or to say no. The high-value lady uses artistic outlets like dancing, poetry, or painting to communicate her individual viewpoint on the world. She always speaks from a position of sincerity, vulnerability, and authenticity. Number 4. She is fervent. A woman of high value leads a life that is consistent with her purpose, objectives, and values. She won't settle for anything less and will work tirelessly and passionately to achieve her goals. She enjoys an abundant life and doesn't stop doing the things she enjoys only to be with a man. Setbacks and difficulties don't keep her down for long because they serve as inspiration to accomplish and be better. She is unrepentantly in love with who she is and what she does. She is a strong, independent lady who is entirely responsible for her happiness and well-being. Number 3. She is a lady. Classy and sexy are not mutually exclusive. She is adept at authentically embracing her charm, femininity, and striking beauty. She is confident in her attractiveness and carries herself with grace rather than continually feeling the need to attract others' attention. She recognizes that all women are attractive in their own unique ways and that their beauty in no way diminishes her own. She does not feel the need to compete with other women. She is dedicated to empowering people and is aware that there is space at the table for everyone, so there is no need for competition for affection or attention. Number 2. She looks after herself. A woman who values herself highly will look after both her physical and mental well-being. She is dedicated to maintaining good health. She hydrates her body with water and foods that help her feel her best, works her body every day, and displays herself to the world in a way that makes her feel attractive and confident. She prioritizes herself, her relaxation, and the value of her self-care regimen. She appreciates the value of maintaining a healthy balance in her life, respects her boundaries, and takes good care of her body. Number 1. She accepts that she is vulnerable. Being vulnerable is not a sign of weakness, dependence, or being excessively needy, according to a high-value lady. She views emotional bravery, especially when it feels risky or frightening, as being emotionally vulnerable. With the people she loves, she gives them the freedom to be open and genuine with themselves. She doesn't let fear influence her choices. Instead, she takes a chance on being hurt or disappointed in order to build connection, intimacy, and trust. The lesson: the high-value woman is many things, but above all, she is a woman who is aware of her value and only surrounds herself with people who share that value. She realizes her life is not any less full without a man in it and owns, loves, and respects herself, and that is what makes her a high-value